Six biggest takeaways from Saturday's final four games. College basketball has been a roller coaster ride ever since Duke started the season by routing Kentucky in October. It feels like Monday will provide two programs a chance at the national championship, but first, let's examine what happened in Minneapolis in the semi-final games. 1. Two calls in the final. Virginia took control of the game in the second half against Auburn, building a lead of 10 points in the final minutes. Auburn held a 2-point lead with less than 10 seconds to play. As Virginia instead, the refs allowed Jerome's mistake, Auburn took a foul, and Virginia had a chance to inbound to tie or win the game. The Hoos inbound to Kyle Guy, who rose for a three-pointer to win the game. Guy missed the shot. Both plays ended up favoring Virginia, sealing the win late for the Cavaliers. 2. Ty Jerome was the for 35 of the game's 40 minutes, Virginia outplayed Auburn, thanks in large part to Ty Jerome. The junior guard, Jerome finished the game with 21 points, 9 rebounds, and 6 assists. He made 4 of her. When Jerome left the game with 4 fouls late, Virginia looked to be cruising to a victory. Without Jerome on the 3. Virginia dominated. Auburn came to the Final Four without its best front court player after. It showed on Saturday. Even though Virginia plays most of the game with 3 guards on the floor, the Hoos front court stymied Auburn all game in the paint. The Cavaliers so much of what Auburn was looking to accomplish offensively was turned away at the rim, turning the Tigers into a jump shooting team. 4. Texas Tech's Chris Beard has built a defensive juggernaut in Lubbock. The Red Raiders ranked. Saturday night was no exception. Michigan State with Cassius Winston and the Spartans constantly failed to find an answer, never getting into a rhythm offensively. 5. Matt Mooney made up. Texas Tech's offensive attack leans heavily on Big 12 Player of the Year and future lottery pick Jarrett Culver. Against Michigan's, the Red Raiders were in need of a scoring pop with Culver contained, and Matt Mooney provided enough to put Texas Tech ahead. Mooney, at his Texas Tech's biggest problems this season have come when no Red Raider other than Culver steps up and provides scoring. If Mooney can continue. 6. Monday's title game. Texas Tech and Virginia will now meet to determine the national champion on Monday night in Minneapolis. Both teams have earned. These two teams have succeeded this season in similar ways. Both are defined. We should be expecting a slugfest on Monday, a rock fight for the ages. Vegas can't set. Related slideshow best of NCAA men's Final Four provided by Amen.
Raindrop, drop top, top smoking.